to each one of you. This is the Naomi Talk Show with yours truly, Liz Kenywa, and kama kawaida, I like to appreciate each one of you that has become part of the big family that we are becoming. It is because of you that we are growing every single day. And I want to say asante sana for growing us. And if it's your first time to come across our content, we want to assure you there are 3 things you'll get here. Number 1, every story will equip you, will educate you, or will inspire you to do life the way God intended. Because God is not an author of confusion. There's a way we ought to do life for us then to be able to enjoy and not to endure the seasons that we find ourselves in as we do life. And speaking of seasons, we are fast approaching the season most parents dread, the long holiday. When the children close school and they have a month or probably 2 to be home with us as parents. So sasa mimi naongea kwa niaba ya wazazi, alafu nitawapea expert atatuwasaidia how we will avoid the holiday headaches, especially when the children come home. More so for those in the urban setup, I think it's quite a challenge, not knowing how to keep them engaged, where to keep them engaged, what to do with them. And the interesting bit is that the teachers spend more time with them and they have less trouble. But when they come home, we seem not even to be able to manage 2 weeks of a holiday with them. So sit back, relax, and get ready to learn. As I welcome my guests for today. Karibu sana.
Thank you, Liz.
Kindly introduce yourself.
Okay. My name is Imelda Wafula. I'm a teacher by profession, currently teaching in one of the private schools in Nairobi, and I'm happy to be a teacher.
Karibu sana. Hata intro inakaa ni ya mwalimu, composed and very cool and quiet. Straight to the point. What is this that you people do with these children for almost 13 weeks? But when they come home for 2 weeks, we are not able. What's the secret? We are not able to survive.
Okay. You understand, in school, we have a curriculum that guides us on what to teach, but we don't focus just on curriculum from morning to evening, but we have other engaging activities that makes learning more interesting for them, that makes them even to love being in school. Yeah, you find that we have a timetable that will guide us. So we have lessons like after 3 lessons or 2 lessons, depending with the age. We have breaks. We give them time to go and play. And these children find it fun to socialize with each other at that particular time. And then during our lessons also, we don't just let them sit down and we keep talking to them, but we give them activities that are engaging. So you find they're so busy. They love exploring at that particular time. They interact with each other. Then they're carrying those activities. They find it so nice, even socializing with each other. Then they build their communication skills, and then they feel so nice about it. So that one makes them to love school more than at home. Because you find maybe some children, they're the only children at home. So when they go at home, I'm the only child, no one to talk to. But when I think of school, I know I'm going to meet my friends. Now we'll talk, we'll play, we'll eat together. But at home, maybe mom comes very late or dad, or both parents come very late. When I get home, I only find maybe the nanny in the house. So it's kind of boring.
And the nanny may not be very friendly.
Exactly. The nanny may not be very friendly. So I will prefer being in school, even if there are 13 weeks, 14 weeks. School is more exciting than at home. Most of the time, because of that interacting, having friends, that company really makes a difference. Yeah.
That brings the question. Probably that's why you find some youngsters preferring to go to boarding school at a very tender age sometimes.
Sure.
And you wonder, when the child chose to go to boarding school at grade 4, then it explains that they have the bond.
Yeah. So that one, makes them feel like I'd rather be in school. So though sometimes now in boarding school, there's usually a challenge of food. They're used to certain meals at home, but when they get to school, find maybe sometimes food may not be that interesting to them. But the other bit of playing, working together, if it's homework we are doing together, learning, you find most of the activities they do together and then they enjoy it. Yeah. So you find they enjoy even being in boarding, even at grade 3. Some, we've seen such. Grade 3, being in boarding school at 8 years old. Yeah.
I think that's where I also ask myself, probably, is it an indicator that we are almost failing as parents? Or what exactly do you think would be our challenge?
Okay, for parents, okay, I can say we are in an era where people are very busy and they have no time for their children, which I think we need to look into it, because children should come number one. They're part of our family. We are the ones raising them, and of course we should create time for them. If we just leave these learners to teachers, we may not really get the children that we want to raise in future, or the children that we are looking forward to in future. You see, these children, as you raise your child, this is what you are looking for in this particular learner. And probably the teacher may not be able to offer 100%. So if you as a parent, you're not in a position to create time, mentor this child, work with this child, get to know the strengths, the weaknesses of this particular child, at some point you might also lose it. So for me, I feel like it's good for parents to work together with teachers to create time, in as much as we are in an era where people are very busy, coming very late, leaving very early, until we have not even this time for these children. Find even during the holiday, it's a holiday time, but parents are still very busy.
We want
They
them
have
away.
no time for children. Just be away with the children. Our schools have closed and the parents are saying, oh, no, let this child go for tuition. Imagine, when do you spend time with your child? So we want to have parents to create time at least for their children. Let them be part of you. Walk with them. Understand them. Let not these reports come from teachers. Imagine I'm the one as a teacher who is telling you, your daughter is like this and like that. Whereas it should be coming from you as a parent.
Then when you tell us, we get shocked.
You get
We say,
shocked.
it's not
No,
my daughter.
not my daughter. No, the way I know her. In as much as I spend much time with your daughter, it doesn't mean that I know everything about your daughter. But now if you don't have much time, definitely there are things that the teacher will discover that you as a parent may not know actually. And when you hear about them, you might be in denial because the child, may not be what the teacher is telling you, which becomes an issue. And it's a big problem in the society today. Yeah.
Wow. So as parents, we have been warned, or we have been advised, we need to create time. And we have to be very intentional about creating time and being there for our children, because then society can also teach them how to do life, and then we will be shocked. So back to our discussion, do you think the challenge we are talking about of being busy only affects us in the urban setup? What, I'm sure you've probably interacted with teachers and parents from the rural setup. Do they have the same challenges?
Okay. Of course, I've interacted with some of the parents in the rural age setup, and some are also experiencing the same. Since these children, when they get to school, there are many things that they keep learning. So they want to come at home and experiment. So you find that at home, yes, the parents are not so much engaged as the parents in urban setup. Yes, but there are those two things that they keep doing at home there. So you find that even them, they have no time for this particular child. So the child will just find, mom is in the farm. Yes. Now let me go do something else. Some of them, parents are very firm and they are so keen on them. So they might even create for them some space for learning and all that. But you find they're not that keen to see what the child is doing. So the child is there, but is doing some funny things. Maybe it's even doing a letter. Maybe it's playing some funny games that he learned from school. And you as a parent, you think that, my child is engaged. So you find that the advantage is that the parents at home, at least, they are more present compared to the parents in urban setup. Yeah, but in terms of supervision, it's still not 100%. You find even them, they're complaining. They're not able to manage children. You find that these children, after they're done with their work, they run away. They have also formed some groups at home there. They have wrong companies. They're going to smoke at an early age. Yeah, which is becoming a problem. And some are complaining now, how do I go about this? My child, once is done with homework, once is done with the work given by the teacher, the projects, they'll find them, they've just disappeared, even with no permission. They go out there, they hang out with friends, probably friends that you will not like your child to spend time with because of that bad influence. So it's also becoming a challenge in a rural setup whereby parents are not finding enough time to handle these children, or they're not keen enough. And another challenge on parents in rural setup is these parents, you find some of them are not literate. So supporting these children is a problem. So children are playing some games on them, they run away and do things that are not right, hence affecting them in especially in the academics and their upbringing. So the challenges are almost the same, but the way we handle them is quite different. So even in as much as some may not be literate, at least it's just good to be intentional about your child. This is time for maybe doing homework. It's time for the project, follow up, see what is the child doing exactly. After that, what is this child supposed to do? If you have a proper plan for your child, probably this child will not run away and go spend time with other friends. And also how you handle this particular child. Maybe the child is not doing the right thing. And then you are that tough parent, you know? Yeah, you so much on this particular learner. What happens? You'll always find a way out. Run away from home to go do things that are not right. But if you become friendly to your child, you find that you have good time. The child will open up to you. In case I'm not comfortable with just staying in the house all the time. You know, mommy, you're keeping me here. You want me to read all the time. You want me to spend much time on books. What do you want me to do? Have that conversation with your child. Then at least you'll be able to plan well for your child. Without that, you find that the children will keep on running away, give you hard time, and it will be an issue for you as a parent. Yeah.
Wazazi tuko na kibarua. Tuko na kibarua. So speaking of parenting, and which would be the best model that, well, all of them have advantages and disadvantages, but I think the generations we are raising now, especially the alphas, which you interact more with, which would be the best model for us as parents to adopt so that we are able to raise a holistic child?
Okay. For me, from the experience that I have, I would say that for a parent to be able to raise a holistic child, number one, I'll say as a parent, get to know do the assessment needs for your children. You may have 3 children, might be having 5, but they're of different ages, right? But they have different strengths, they have different weaknesses. Get to know them. So that when you're planning for them, for instance, during the holiday, when you're planning for these particular children, what is your focus? Your focus should be on your children's maybe strength. Their strengths, probably you have identified their talents. You say during this particular holiday, I want to engage my child in this, to help her strengthen in this particular talent. Maybe she is good in music. You get a music teacher. During a certain time of the day, this child will be going for music lesson. Or maybe the tutor will be coming at home to spend time with this particular learner. Maybe another one of different age, again, you have also identified some strength on the same. So you also create time to engage that particular time on that particular thing that the child is doing so well, just to upgrade the child as well. On the same note, if a child, you also have identified these weaknesses. Our children have got challenges. It could be in academics. Your child is not doing well in science. So you don't spend all the time in science, but at least this is the time now you can create more time for that particular activity area so that this child can get support in that science. Then other than science, you're also creating other activities so that the child can be able to engage in other than just academics. Maybe she's not good in cooking. She has a challenge. She cannot even wash dishes. This is the time now to train her so that she's not spending.
Hapo.
They cannot wash even cups. And a child maybe is in grade 6, a child is in form 1, right? Or even university. But still they don't know how to wash dishes. But when it comes to academics, maybe it's her strength. She's doing so well. She's getting A's. But you want just an A child.
No.
You want a child who at least is a holistic child. Child who can know how to wash. A child who can clean the house. When you leave this child in the house, he's responsible enough. You'll not go on complaining, yes, I have a university girl in the house. But when you come back, she's just on television, morning to evening. The house is untidy. She has not even eaten. She said, Mommy, today we've not had any food because she could not cook. Why? Because maybe the way we're engaging the child. So for me, I'll say as a parent, create time. Get to know the strengths of your child. Get to know the weaknesses. And use maybe that free time, that holiday time to help your child fill those gaps and upgrade the areas that this child is doing so well, because it will help this child to be able to grow. Maybe there are some values that you've also realized is a gap. Which kind of child are you raising? There are some values that you feel like there is a gap. She's not good in, she's having a challenge, even respect, obedience. She cannot take in those small instructions. This is the time now you say, let me engage my child in some of the religious activities. She'll learn 1, 2, 3, and it's going to help her. So find that at the end of the day, if it is during the holiday, you have that time. There is time this child will be playing music. At a particular time, this child will have to go for a certain camp, a religious camp, where she's going to learn some values. At a particular time, you're engaging your child in maybe remedial now, because maybe there is a challenge also in academics. At the same time, now you're upgrading on her strength. It will also help the child. So if it comes from a parent, it's you as discovered. These are the gaps for my child. This is what I want for my child. It will be easier for you to plan for your child even during the longer holidays. But if you do not know, you'll know what happens with today most of the parents, they'll just go to school, get the reports. My child is not doing well in mathematics, and the whole day, the holiday, the whole 1 month, tuition. You'll be going to teacher so and so for tuition. You spend the whole holiday just doing remedials, those tuitions, even the child will get bored. And you might find there's no improvement because you're just looking at one particular thing. So it is good to look at things in a diverse way and see what you want to achieve in your child. What do you want for your children? You want children who have got the right values, children who are doing well in academics, children who are good in skills, who have got talents. You are raising great children, but you are the one who's helping them to fix all these gaps. Teachers, most of the time, they only focus on academics, mostly, because they know, when Mama Nani comes to school, we want to see A's. Want to see level exceeding expectations in every activity area. So you find the major focus might be that, in as much as they're helping these children also to get those other skills and those help them to identify their talents, mostly they focus on performance. But a parent is the one who will be able to help the child now grow holistically, because you're the one who is with this particular child, and that is what you want for your child at the end of the day. Yeah.
Wow, okay. I think I'm also learning you have to have a plan when they come home. So in short, lazima tufanye kazi wazazi. It will not be automatic. Have a plan, understand your child's strengths and weaknesses, work on how to improve not only the academic part, but you want to nurture a holistic child who can take care of themselves even if they got employed in Garissa or Moyale or in any hardship area. They can thrive there and survive without necessarily having to, and it helps to build resilience as you also teach them to do these things. Wow, I'm also learning. At the end of the day, there is beauty in diversity when you diversify the academics and the life skills that they need to acquire.
Sure.
Then there's a habit we have, most of us, in the urban setup. Shule zinafungwa Thursday, mtoto anakaa nyumbani Friday, Saturday tunamweka kwa coach. PO box, village.
Sure.
What do you think this does, or should we continue with this norm? Should we be cautious about it? What is your take on it?
In fact, for me, I'll say that is a big, big, big no.
Thank
Just
you.
the way I've said. What is this that you want to achieve in your child?
Yeah.
What is this that you are looking at your child that's to achieve at the end of the day? If you're just looking at, if you send your child, there is that long holiday that's coming.
Yeah.
Then you want to send your child in the village so that you can have
For
time.
the 2 months.
For the 2 months. Then why do you have these children? Who you brought these children? Who is going to raise for you these children?
Good question.
Who is going to mentor these children? Grandmother. Do you want her to be like the grandma? Things are changing every day. Like, there is what they are saying in you, and they want to be like you. They don't see you going to the village, and then here you want this child to go to the village. Why? For me, I discourage parents from doing that. You should plan to spend time with your child, because if you're going to send your child to the village, the grandmother, probably she could be old. She may not be that keen with your child. She may just leave the child to do whatever that she wants to do. Probably the things that you've been discouraging your child to do at home when you are with her, she'll get freedom to do them while she's up country, maybe with the grandma. That's the time she'll spend much time on the phone. That's the time she's going to hang out with maybe wrong company in the village there. Girls that are not maybe doing the right things. Yeah. Sometimes even we have brought family members in our homes and the ones molesting these young children. They do funny things to our children. When they come back, children have totally changed, and you wonder, what is happening with my child? The child comes back, behavior, she's at 0, he's at 0. Just because you left your child in a space that is not right. You exposed your child to things that maybe is not used to. So she went to sometimes like she goes there to experiment. Yeah, because mom is always denying me chance to watch a certain movie. All the time when it's just about to say, she'll tell me, go and sleep. But this particular time now, she's with the grandma. Probably she's the one controlling her.
By the way, grandma goes to bed very early.
Exactly. She'll not monitor this particular girl or boy. So they'll do whatever they want to do. So instead of maybe the child's behavior becoming better, they become worse. The few values that the child had acquired will even disappear. The child comes back after the holiday now. She's become rude.
You have somebody totally
Someone different, yeah. And you say, maybe my child is growing. And that's not the case. She's just losing it. So for me, I discourage that one completely. This is the time you spend the time with your child. Just plan how you want to spend time with your child. If these children have to go to the village, they have to go spend time somewhere else. Be part of the team.
Hey.
Be part of them.
Thank you.
Go with your children.
Thank you.
Even if there are 2 days, even if it's a week, plan to go with your children. So that you raising a child that you're sure of, not what someone's going to tell you, your child these days like, the child is like, you get. She's just acquiring some funny behaviors from other people, from the community, and you may not like it at the end of the day. Don't give this responsibility of raising the children to other people. Let it be your responsibility as a parent. When you raise a child who is with the right values, even you as a parent, you'll be proud because you are part of the journey, part of her journey. Not just saying, it was Teacher Janet, it was the grandma, it was, they'll support, but let not be the one spending much time with your child. Please, just spend time with your child during the holiday. As I said, just plan. Have a good plan, and you'll not find it difficult with your child. Yes.
Well, in short, what you're saying, kuzaa sio kazi, kazi ni kulea.
Exactly.
And for you to be very present, I think that's where we may be failing as parents. And I totally appreciate what you're saying, because you're opening our eyes. Someone was telling us the first experiences of defilement on young children haitokangi mbali. Is from that very immediate circle.
Very true.
You took the child to the village, they were on their own, and someone decided to pray on them, and the
Yeah.
rest cannot even be spoken about. So be intentional, be present, be available. That's what I'm picking from what you're telling us as parents.
Sure.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So in the event, as we get to wind up, in the event someone has probably taken their child to the village and may notice some of those very not very good things. What are some of the things or behaviors? What are some of the things you can recommend as we get closing to winding up this session that such kind of a parent can do?
Okay, for such, I'll say number one, if you are very close to your child, you should take a time to talk to your child so that this child can open up. That's why I said a parent should not be too harsh to their children, but they should make their children their best friends. If your child is your best friend, definitely everything that happened or happens to your child, this child will be able to open up to you, to you. So the child will get time, sit down with your daughter or your son, talk to him or talk to her, ask her, how was it? How was the holiday? What happened? Just tell me everything that happened, where you went, some of the friends, what are some of the new things that happened to you, maybe the bad things. This child will be able to open up to you. Number one, you learn maybe there is someone who molested the child while they were at home. The child was defiled during the process. Now it will surprise you as a parent, but no, that's not the time to wake up now and go say, now, grandma, you never took care of my child. No, you have to deal now with the problem at hand. See how to take the child through this process, because now the child maybe has been defiled in some way. How do you get out of this? Number one, as a parent, you have learned a lesson that you'll not maybe be just giving out your children to anyone to take care of them. Number two, now you have to create a way of getting out the child out of this situation, even if it's seeking medication, seeking getting a counselor or someone else who can talk to this particular learner so that he can get out of that trauma as well, so that a child can be able to overcome this particular challenge. So that then if the child has opened up, you'll be able to walk this journey with the child, encourage the child, and of course discourage the child maybe from such behaviors in future. In case someone is trying to cheat and trick you in this manner, this is what you're supposed to do. So that the child, the same thing may not come to happen in future. So that the child is out of it. Yeah, so it's just good that you create that good environment that will allow the child to open up, and then as a parent, take it up, help the child out of it. Then there is what you have learned, so that you don't allow the child to go through the same situation maybe in future. Yeah, that openness and being close to your child, I think, will really help us a
And
lot.
getting them help where
Yeah, because
where need
sometimes
be.
even we have them in the house, there are things that happen, even in school, but they'll not tell you, especially if you are that firm parent. But if you're so close to your children, you're very friendly to your children, definitely they'll open up to you. They'll tell you this and that happened, mom. Then they'll be speaking honestly. Then you as a parent, pick it up and see how to help your child. But no, that's not the time to take and spank them. That's not the time to spank them or the time to be tough on them, but just find them way out. Help your child. You'll grow this child in a nice way, and they'll always learn to be open. Even if they grow to university level, they learn to be open, and you'll know more about your child, and that will be the best way to raise your child.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So tusiogope holiday, that is what you're telling us.
Yeah.
Tukuwe na mpango. We become intentional. We walk the journey with our children. And I would also want to add this one, create good memories
Sure.
when they are home with us for that holiday. Now I'm speaking as a parent here, because obviously India, we are the affected when their long holiday hits. So as we wind up, what would be your word of encouragement to us parents who are, well, dreading and somehow looking forward to have the children home?
Okay. For those parents who have, I think you have good plans for them, right? Yeah. If you have good plans with them, I know you'll have those memorable holiday with them, because they'll be looking forward. You'll have prepared maybe for them a timetable. They know over the holiday there is doing assignment, there is visiting this place, there is going for the camp, there is this music lesson. They'll actually be looking forward to such. So just make prior plans for the holiday, so they can look forward to those moments, so that they can start preparing themselves and do not find it hard. And it will be a good time for you. Celebrate them also when they follow the schedules that you've given them, and they really appreciate. So I really encourage you to have that clear plan just before even the schools close, and it is going to help them. They'll be looking forward to that. And as you prepare, if anything, just sit down with them, prepare with them. Yes, during
Engage
this
them.
particular time. This is the time we're going to Mombasa for a vacation. This is the time we'll be visiting our family friends. This is the time we'll be going for a camp. This is the time we'll be doing this. Believe me, they'll be looking forward to that holiday.
You actually make
And
them
it
look
will
forward.
things really change for you.
So, fellow parents, allow me to submit to us that season we can navigate with less headaches, less worries, less of the panic if we have a plan. Not waking up and wondering what next, but at least having a plan for the day and for that period that the children will be home will make it easier for all of us within the family to be able to thrive. Because if the mother and the father are on a panic mode, wondering and looking desperate, the children can also take advantage of that and do the things that we really don't imagine they can get engaged in. But we want to emphasize what the teacher has said. Please be intentional, be present, be available, and walk the journey in this holiday with your children. Do not let them just walk alone and, be their own supervisors in all that they do. I know we have to go to work, yes, but at least when you come back, try and find out how much of what you left to be done has been done, how much has been achieved, and get to the place of also appreciating and acknowledging what they have done.
Sure.
And when they come home now, speaking as a parent, they also sometimes leave school when they're wounded. We also need to have the grace to walk through the healing journey with them before we prepare them for the next class. Because definitely after the long holiday, they'll be going back to the next class. You don't want to take back a child who's also wounded. So take time, encourage them, cheer them, and model the values you want to see in those children as they continue to grow. Otherwise, we truly hope that you've learned something. See you, and God bless you.